The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Who I am is fine with me.
Hey everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? We are so glad you're here. Welcome to our show. We meet here every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We go live on Armed Radio, armeddigitalmedia.com, armedradioglobal.com. Jim Bell is our producer and engineer. We are on Facebook Live. We also go live on our YouTube channel, which of course is the What's the Story with Maria YouTube channel. So please go to that. A lot of people didn't know about that. Go to that and subscribe and like it, and then you will be notified every time our show goes live. We've also archived all our shows on that, and I believe this is episode 226. Hi, Annette Zito. How are you? Annette, I mailed you a calendar. You should get it in the next few days. I think because of Christmas, it might not get there probably till the day after Christmas, but there is a calendar on the way to you, my friend. Okay, so YouTube channel, please go to our Instagram page and follow us. Go to our Facebook page and like us. Hi, Catherine Salvio. Jim, Maria, Leo, she says hello. No, seriously, Annette, you're going to love the calendar. It's going to make you laugh. Gene Simpson Dunn has joined us. Hi, sweetheart. You got your calendar today? Oh, my God, that's fantastic. Kenny Holcomb. Hey, Maria and Leo. Oh, my God, so many of our friends are coming through. This is so fun. So please, go to all our pages. What is it, Leo?
Annette said it's going to be in her warehouse. I love it. We're a warehouse calendar.
And you know what I love? All of Annette's coworkers are men. So, and Annette's the boss, which I love. Ed Kutu, Bon Natale. Ed, did you get your calendar yet? I mailed it. I hope you got it. Kenny Holcomb, Ed Kutu is here. Rena Crugnali Berge, who is Mrs. February, because her husband Ron, who I saw this weekend, is Mr. February in a calendar. Okay, let's talk about our merchandise quickly because we have a full show and we have a very special guest tonight, and I don't want to keep him waiting very long. Okay, so we have merchandise. Now, it's too late for Christmas. Don't even ask me to get it out in time for Christmas. The calendars are taking over a week.
Unless you've been good. You know, Santa's still taking names on the list, I understand.
Yeah, that is true. But what do we have? We have tote bags. They're $10. Go ahead. Keep eating. So if you want a tote bag, let us know. They're durable. They wash well. Leo uses it every day.
Yep.
Our cup, which I have. Leo, you inspired me to get a little eggnog in here. Oh, delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love eggnog.
Oh, but I actually have eggnog, and this is not available to everybody else.
Oh, no, that I had made for Leo. It says Leo, accidental chewy. Because Leo is my accidental chewy. He didn't mean to be my chewy.
Nope.
Chewy as in Chelsea Handler.
Mm-hmm. Chelsea Handler's chewy.
Leo is my chewy. And go ahead, keep eating. $10 for this cup. You can't go wrong. And then our piece de resistance, our apron, our beautiful blue apron. It washes well. It wears well. It says, go ahead, keep eating. That is $25. We cannot keep them stocked. I just reordered more. If you want one of those, please let us know. Now, that apron has inspired a calendar called Nothing But the Apron. And why is it called Nothing But the Apron? Because oh my God, Leo's fanning himself. Everyone in this calendar has nothing on but an apron. And we can't show you too many of them because they're. Should
we pick a month?
You pick a month, Leo. I'll let you. Well, Leo's in the calendar too. He is Mr. August. I'll let you pick a month.
Well, since it's August.
Oh, Leo is Mr. August. There he is wearing nothing but the apron. Now,
they called me Miss Jackson for that nip slip.
Yes, I saw that. That was a wardrobe malfunction, right?
Yeah, it was. Justin Timberlake wasn't there to save me. What the heck?
I know. Where was he when you needed him? Gene Simpson, I can't hang this up at work. No, Gene, you cannot hang the calendar up at work.
Was it NSFW, not safe for work? I don't know where I learned that.
You don't know exactly, especially September. Okay, and Rena Cugnelli-Berger says that apron is a must-have for the season. I agree. Speaking of must-haves for the season, I want to plug my friend Will Tianhall is in the calendar.
Oh, yes.
Is he Mr.?
I think he's Mr. September.
No.
Then it's October.
No, that's Udane.
All right, that's the senator.
Hold on, I'm going to tell you exactly who Will Tianhall is. I want to say he is May. He's May.
Oh, he's May.
How cute is he? He is wearing nothing but the apron. Our little British representative, Puppy. Hello, Puppy. He is so cute. He lives in my neighborhood. I love him. So Will Tianhall has this beautiful album that I love. Came out last year, but I love listening to it because it's holiday music, but done in a style kind of sort of similar to George Winston, Wyndham Hill. He does a lot of different things. He musically directs. He plays for shows all over the country and the world. But he's done this beautiful album. It's called Beacon, and I want to let people know about that. So if you go on Apple Music and Spotify and you just type in Beacon Will Tianhall, his music will come up. He and I also co-wrote a song called This Is My America, and you'll find that together as well. I just want to give him a shout out because this album is beautiful. And it's the season. It's a Christmas album. I also want to give a shout out to my friend Joe Cangelosi, who every year makes my day. You see, in the background, I have all my cards that people have sent me. You see? I love cards. And I don't always get to send them out because I get a little busy, but I love when people send me cards. So whoever sent me a card this year, thank you, and keep them coming. Joe Cangelosi sends out my favorite cards. What he does is he superimposes himself in with a scene, famous people. So there, how cute is he? I know. There he is. He is the guy in the white hat there, but he's in It's a Wonderful Life here. Last year, it was hysterical. But sometimes he's been with Oprah. He was with Oprah and Gayle one year. He was with the Clintons another year. So he's always putting himself, and there he is with the Baileys from It's a Wonderful Life. And that's his dog, Lola. She is Lola.
He is such a character.
Really is. But I love this. I want to give a shout out to all my friends. Okay.
Did you want to talk about one last shout out to Ken, our friend?
Yes, please. Another shout out because I love my friends. My friends are my fortune, I always say. And Ken Patton has a company called Ken's Perfect Jams. So Ken's Perfect Jams, but it's spelled, perfect is spelled with a K. And if you just type that in, Leo and I will attest, because we both, there it is, thank you, Leo. We love his jams, and he's got such an amazing variety. Like the variety pack is really great, but also like he named a jam after me, which
Maria's
I love.
Jam. It's
Maria's
so good.
Jam. He asked me my favorite flavors, and I said pear, apple, and I wanted something spicy, and he put ginger in there. It's so good. But I gotta say, my favorite one was the Pride Jam.
Me too.
The Pride Jam was delicious.
I may or may not have ordered a couple for friends and a couple more for me. So
I know, Leo. Leo, you've sampled many a jam.
Yes, I have.
And I like that about it. The boysenberry, the double berry,
the double B's.
Yeah. So I've sent a lot of those out as Christmas gifts. If you want a great gift to send out, now it might be too late for Christmas, but the New Year's coming. Like sometimes I don't send out Christmas cards, but I'll send out New Year cards. So I'll buy New Year's gifts, things like that. So these are some of my friends, and they're wonderful, and I just wanted to plug them and just say let's support each other. And here's what I want to put out there. You know what? I'm not a person that cares about gifts. I'm not a person that cares about money. I make money. I work hard. I love to work. My money pays my bills. That's what it's for. But what I've always said, my fortune is in my friendships. I have the best friends on the planet Earth. And tonight, my guest is my friend that I have been friends with since high school, which was a while back, and we have remained great friends. I love him like a brother, and we've had so much fun in our lives, and we're going to continue to have fun. Leo, do you have our special guest in the green room? Oh my God!
Look, I put green on because it's Christmas.
Oh wow!
It's
you
green.
Look really nice. you look ready for You look ready for a holiday party.
I am ready for holiday party. These things are so weird, and I always end up wearing them. They're like, "Hey, how you doing?" It look like I have Q-tips lodged in my ear.
Well, you're not the only one. I mean, you look at any of the shows, and all the famous people have them. So, I
guess so.
I guess that's the way it is.
I love your calendar, Maria. You know, that's how I started my Broadway career. Love, Valor, Compassion. I had to wear an apron with nothing underneath it and walk on stage in front of people and
you were naked in that, right?
Yeah. Well, behind the scrim. I didn't have to be, but I made the decision my first night. They were like, well, you can take off your clothes when you go behind the scrim or not. This was at the end. But I did come in wearing an apron with my ass out. Everyone saw that. That was horrifying.
But you've not ever been shy, Mario, about your body.
Well,
you're in great shape. You've always been in great shape. You've always taken care of yourself.
Yeah.
And
when I hit 50, I was like, can't I just take a pill and remain like this after working out for all these years? Really? Then you're like, and then, I've slowed down on the working out. I don't care anymore. I don't care. So I don't. But
listen, Annette, not to interrupt you, but because these things are going to start flying in. Annette Zito, who's our friend, said that I was going to grab your annual Gilbert Christmas show on the way to work tomorrow.
It's up. I was going to say,
let's talk about that right out of the gate because
I think it's the 7th Christmas I've done with him. We have a very abusive relationship, verbally abusive. Me and Gilbert and I love him to death. And Frank Santapadre, who's the producer and writer and the co-host. So he makes the magic happen. So the 7th one is up. It's up now, and it's good. I haven't heard it, so I don't even know if it's good.
I love the last one, and you've been on the show though, not just Christmas. You've been on the show other times, right?
I did a COVID one in the middle of COVID. I think in the middle of 2020. Yeah, I did one, and
I love that. That was great. I really enjoyed that.
It's fun to do. We did it at Sirius Studio in Sirius, and they had a grand piano, and Seth Salzman, who plays for me on that show, and we got to. It was instead of just a keyboard in the room, we had a piano. Excuse me, I'm burping.
What did you have for dinner? What happened?
Well, I made zucchini. It's a recipe I make with like a little olive oil and zucchini and garlic and sage and lemon zest and little lemon juice, and I
sounds
these ravioli in it, and it's delicious.
Well, you know what? I will tell everybody. I can attest. Mario is a great cook.
I cooked every night during the COVID.
I know you did,
COVID.
And you cooked. And Jerry got to enjoy your cooking as well, right?
He cooked a little bit, but he.
But you're the main cook now, Mario. One of my favorite desserts in the whole world is that cake that you make, that chocolate cake with the marshmallow.
Oh, you love that? Yeah, the chocolate cake with you like that boiled frosting. Which is
I love that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe if I ever have to go to jail and I go into the electric chair, I might ask for that.
I'll bring it to you with a file.
Yeah, bring it to me. Yes, please. Just like what's that movie that Susan Hayworth was in when she was at the electric chair?
I want to live.
I want to live. Yes. Do you remember
the
that
prostitute that murdered someone? And supposedly she was innocent, and then years later they found out that she wasn't innocent. So the movie is like null and void. But I don't know. I don't know. Her name was Barbara.
I want to live.
I want to live with that hair.
She was something.
Oh,
I loved her.
I love Susan Hayward. I love her in Valley of the Dolls too.
Well, you love old movies anyway.
Yeah. Now, well, one of the most exciting things I did this year.
Please, because I loved it. Go ahead, talk about it.
Was the Turner Classic Movies. I mean, I'm such a fan of theirs, and I presented a couple of movies a few years ago at the last live TCM Film Festival, which was really fun. And Ben Mankiewicz is a good friend of mine. We have a bit of a bromance, and he likes sports better than movies, by the way. I'm sorry to throw him under the bus, but he's such a gambling guy. So I love him to death. But anyway, I've been waiting, and they finally gave me a month, and it was in October. It was classic horror, which wasn't something was my go-to, but I got to kind of go outside the box and pick some very interesting films. And And I did two a night every Sunday, and there were 5 Sundays in October. So I got to do 10 movies. I was like, this is awesome. I had finished a scene that actually airs this Thursday on the new And Just Like That for episode 4. I finished the scene. My driver took me to the airport, and I flew down to Atlanta because I wanted to do it live. And it was supposed to happen the year before, but we would have had to Zoom it. And this is fine, but if I'm doing Turner Classic Movies, I don't want to be on Zoom. I want to be like, oh my God, that picture's like from 1822. Anyway, it's horrifying.
They didn't have pictures in 1822.
That's enough. I don't know if you can see the intros on the website. I'm not sure, but it was really fun. I flew down to Atlanta.
Movies you picked, and
oh my God,
my favorite one you picked was The Bad Seed.
Oh well, I love The Bad Seed. Oh,
you turned me on to The Bad Seed.
I know
you turned me on to Mario and I have been friends since high school, so that's a couple of decades, right? Mario turned me on to so many good movies. Mario, you were the movie guy when we were in high school, and out of high school. You really were way ahead of any of us, and you knew all those. Like All About Eve. I didn't know about All About Eve.
All About Eve was one of the greats. And it's because of my mother, too. My mother and my sister, Mary. And they took me to movies. And I used to watch, all the movies with my mother on TV when I was a real young kid. That's when I first saw West Side Story. And when I saw all these Cagney movies, like Angels with Dirty Faces and White Heat. I love Jimmy Cagney. He's probably one of my favorite actors. So anyway, I flew down to Atlanta and checked into a hotel, got up the next morning, did that thing. We did it all in one day. So I did 20 little segments.
Really?
One before and one after each movie, and they were 10 movies. So we filmed from 2 to 6, and then at 6 o'clock, I had to go get a plane at 8. I was like, okay, let's do 2 commercials. So we did a 30-second and a 60-second. We improvised them both, one take each, and they used both of them. And then they made another commercial. They just did a great job, and I really it was the most exciting thing of the year. And I love doing it just like that. Don't get me wrong. It's phenomenal. But doing TCM was I lived for it.
So good, Mario. It was so great.
Yeah, it was fun. It really was. And I got to pick movies like The Little Shop of Horrors, the musical. Who would have picked? It's one of my favorite movies.
But you're the guy to do it because you really know your movies. You're a movie guy.
I love movies. I do. Now, mother. I've got the prettiest mother. I've got the nicest mother. What would you give me for a
when she's clapping the shoes? Leroy, you're up. How about when she's clapping the shoes? And then he's like, you know what you did.
Oh, Leroy.
He was good.
Oh, they got a little blue chair for girls, little pink chair for girls, little blue chair for boys.
Oh, my God.
Put you in that chair.
If you've never seen The Bad Seed, Mario and I highly recommend it.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. It really
Now, there's a million things I want to talk about, and you've done so many things, but we have to bring on, it was supposed to be, you were going to come over, and then Judy wanted you to go to her house because we were going to have a whole thing and cook, but we decided to do it virtually because, right?
Because of COVID-19 and me. Yeah,
right, exactly.
I don't have COVID yet, but you know what I'm doing? I'm telling you right now, I am I went to a restaurant last night. I had dinner with LaShawns last night, and my husband Jerry and Pearl and her husband Johannes, and we went to per se because it was her birthday, and we were planning on doing it. I'm like, we're going.
Yeah,
it's everyone's getting this Omicron.
It doesn't matter.
It's not as bad, and if you're boosted. When I was boosted November 3rd, you're good. I know a lot of people that have gotten it that are boosted, and it was a cold. Yeah. They were a little sick. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, the boost is the key.
So I'm I'm wearing my mask. I'm being safe, but I'm living my life.
Yeah,
I'm getting a test tomorrow. I home tested yesterday. I was negative. I'm getting a PCR tomorrow. Who knows? I might be positive. I don't know. All I know is I'm living my life, and if I'll get through it, and that'll be.
We have to be safe, but the most important thing, and you said it: vaccinations and boost. Don't mess around with it because you're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting yourself.
Oh yeah, and it's not good if you're not.
But listen, we are going to bring her in because she was going to be with us anyway. Look who's here, Judy Mesa. Judy Mesa's here. She got all.
Judy. How are you in your palatial palace above the river, in the Hudson River? That's where you are. That's right. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you.
Wow.
I know.
You think you were going to get that kind of an intro?
I did. I'm so I don't know what to say.
Mario, do you know that Judy is Miss October in our calendar? I'm not going to
Please
show
do not
it.
show it.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, she's the only girl in the calendar.
I had COVID when she took the picture. I was like,
You did?
I
But
did.
it didn't do anything to your ass. It looked fantastic.
You did that on purpose. You did that on purpose because you were like, woo, girl, you put me to shame.
Right, because I was so out of it. I was like, just take whatever picture. I don't
Did you
even-
hear
I'm
what
so
Mario
serious.
just said? It didn't do
I wasn't
anything to your ass.
Yeah, COVID did nothing to your ass. Maybe it tightened it a little bit, but it still looked great. So don't worry about it. Maybe
So, okay.
it's called a COVID lift.
COVID lift. Listen, so Mario, speaking of this whole year, he's been working, right? Like, even though it was COVID, you worked more than anybody I know.
Well, during COVID, I got to do a couple of things. Cameos kept me going. If anybody wants a cameo, cameo.com.
They're still available. The
Cantone.
cameos are still
But during COVID, that's the thing that kept me going. And I did a couple of things. I did Pyramid in the middle of it all with Michael Strahan, and it was like there was no audience, but it was great. It was fun to do.
I loved, and I love your chemistry with him.
Oh, what you see is what you get. He's one of the kindest, sweetest men, and we were supposed to have drinks, and we never did. But now he's just coming back from space.
Oh,
there
I
he
was
is
going
now.
to say, can you still hang out with him now?
No,
he's gone to space.
We text each other once in a while. We are going to go to drink sometime. But we texted about a few weeks before that. Then all of a sudden he's in space. I'm like, well, there goes that. I guess I'll wait for him to, be earthbound once again. But I love him.
He's adorable.
I have to climb him to communicate. But
now so Judy was going to be with us in the studio. She's here now. But Judy showed me that the first two episodes of Just Like That, because she's a gigantic fan. I love the show, but Judy is miles ahead of me in fanhood. So she knows every line, every character, every show. And Judy, she called me. She was beside herself.
I know. It's those first
Oh, I text you, Mario.
I know you did. I got it.
I text you. I was like, yeah!
I know.
Why
Well, I
did
got.
you
What's so funny about it is, like, look, the first two episodes are very sad, and for me, I mean, of course, the big thing is very sad. But the working with Willie, who Willie and I didn't really hang out. He lived in California. I lived here. But every time we did something together, like on Zoom, we did some readings, or always texting each other. Working with him was amazing, and I'm sorry you're not going to see what our marriage was going to be, because it was going to be a thing. But and I miss him terribly. He was hilarious, and he's so alive and brilliant in those first 3 episodes. But he's a good guy, man. He's just a good one. He's so viciously funny. So anyway,
did they know, Mario, those first few episodes, did they know that Willie was sick?
Nobody knew until, although Sarah just came out and said she knew before it started, but they're very, very close. He didn't tell anybody until, he knew he had to go. She was doing okay for a while. But when he told me, I was like, what? I thought he was joking.
I know.
And he turned his head, and I was like, what? And we cried, and so seeing that scene between the two of us in the second episode, that's in that closet area where we said, let's not fight anymore. I was in the middle of the theater with the premiere, and I just went. I was like,
oh my God.
And Sarita Chowdhury, who comes up in this next episode, who plays a real estate woman that comes friendly with Sarah. She's magnificent. She's like, give me the tissues. I was like, gone. I don't usually cry them. I was shaken from that. So, but the third episode, lighter, lifts up a little bit more.
Beauty, you've seen it, the third episode?
Yeah. I have a great scene in the bakery that's very funny. And I love what he says because I believe it, and he's brilliant. I love the lines I love the way it's written for me. I love the way that's so. Yeah, and then there's more of me. It kind of starts off with some, and then it gets more and more and more and more, and then the last three it gets kind of the same as it is now, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, there's a nice chunk of me. There's a lot of me in this, and there's a lot of real estate. There's a lot of real estate to cover. You've got 3 leads, and then you've got all these new characters, and so I was But Michael Patrick King wrote me some stuff, and he had to rewrite like the scene outside the music theater when we go in to see Charlotte's daughter. That scene outside when Willie's late and we have our argument and we go in, that was filmed like earlier. And then the scene inside of the theater, that was like 3 weeks later, and he was very ill and he couldn't come. So we didn't know what was going on. So Michael Patrick King sent me this scene that morning. The scene where I'm scrolling Hot Boys with Sarah, and the scene is between us. That, and I say he's up in the balcony. That's the brilliance of Michael Patrick King. He knew, he just knew how to do it, and he knew how to rewrite it. But, it was a bitter sweet pill to swallow. It really was. So
it's very, very heavy. There's a lot of heaviness. Oh, yeah. And you filmed all this during COVID, right? Last year?
But it was better then. We started in July, mid-July.
Okay.
And we ended December 4th.
Just now.
And that was the end. Yeah, it was like we ended, and then we had the premiere on the 8th, and it dropped on the 9th, which was my birthday. So
I know. Happy birthday, honey. Happy birthday.
I'm 95.
You never forget your birthday, ever.
I know you don't.
I love it. It's a good day, too.
It is a good day. It's, who else is born on that day? Kirk Douglas, Dina Merrill, and then Donny Osmond and Morton Downey Jr. So let's move on.
Wow.
Isn't that bizarre?
And they're name dropping you tonight somewhere in the world. They're name dropping you.
Well, I'm getting a lot of good feedback, so it's nice. This has been a great year. But this thing, has a life of its own, and just like that, and the Sex and the City thing. It's just, a.
And getting back in, you got right back into it. It looks like everybody got right back into it.
It did, and it was weird. And my first scene I filmed was the one in the bakery in in episode 3, because we filmed those first 3 episodes all together, and we kind of just did them out of sequence. So that was the first day, and I was so nervous. I was terrified. I just was petrified. And
Why?
Kristen was just like, okay, I don't know. Because you was fitting back into that character and the way he is, and I know there's parts of me in there, but there's parts of me that aren't. And I'm just so happy I'm a baker, that I'm not a wedding planner anymore. I am so happy because I couldn't plan a friggin' wedding or pick out a dress for somebody or give them shoes to match.
But you can cook and you can bake.
I can cook, but that's why Michael Patrick King wrote me into. I'm no longer a wedding planner. I'm a baker. Now I'm a baker. So I have this great thing called Hot Fellas Bread, and I have hot guys delivering hot bread. It's brilliant. The merchandise is going to be off the chain.
I love it. I can't wait. So I haven't seen the 3rd and 4th episode. I will. I'll go to Judy's and we'll
the 4th episode isn't out yet.
Oh, yeah, the 3rd. Okay.
When is it? It's tomorrow? No, it's Thursday.
Judy watches it first, then I go over and then we watch it together. Yeah. And so that's one thing you're doing, and now that you're done filming that.
Yeah.
So how many episodes are there in all?
There's 10. And I'm in 9 out of the 10.
Wow.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's great, honey.
Yeah, it's good. It's the first time I've ever been like a...
And I feel, Judy, this is a question for you, because you're like a huge fan, right, of that show. You are like that demographic. Do you find that this new version has satisfied a fan like you?
I don't know. I'm not a good person to ask because I'm loyal. So I'm gonna say always. When I like something, I like it. So I'm probably not a good. Like I'm not. I don't have good judgment. I love it. I've always loved the show. I'll always.
But to me, you are a good person, and people are because you are that person that was so attached to that show. I mean, I always loved it, but you were like one of those girls.
And we're getting we're getting a lot of. It's the highest rated thing on HBO Max ever.
Oh,
it's the most
huge.
streamed show ever on HBO. It's huge, and people love it. People hate it. It's all over the place. So that's the great thing about it. And look, the funny thing is, you get some of the Annie Wilkes that come out of the woodwork and film videos. You know who Annie Wilkes was, right?
I don't know.
Annie Wilkes was played by Kathy Bates in Misery. It was the character that Stephen King wrote in the book Misery. And she rescues her favorite writer from an accident, and then she gets to read his new book in the series of Misery Chastain, who is this leading character. And in this new book, she reads it, and he kills her off. And she comes in the middle of the night, and she's like, "You killed Misery Chastain." So I call all these women that are all upset about Big Annie Wilkes.
Okay.
All right. So the Annie Wilkes are furious. They're furious.
We were crying.
Of course. I mean,
no.
I was so like, wait, what? No, but then I was like, why didn't she call everyone? Are you on TikTok, Mario, at all?
No, I people want me to be on the TikTok, and they go,
"Don't do it, Mario. Don't be on the TikTok."
He said the TikTok.
The TikTok. I get a lot of tweets that like, "You should be on TikTok," and I just tweet back, "No."
Right.
Well, I mean, everybody on TikTok was like, "Why didn't she call 911?" I don't understand. She just
Yeah, well, sometimes people deal with it in different ways. It's like, and maybe she knew he was already gone, and it's a horrible thing. And,
but the whole thing but the thing is, everybody's going to have their opinion about. But this is what I said to Judy. See, I personally loved it. I loved the way it was handled. I said, to me, it was very real.
Yeah,
it was exactly, I feel like, what a person would do in that moment. Like, and I thought that it was handled beautifully, and it was like it crushed you. Those first 2 episodes crushed you.
Yeah, they.
And now you are invested, and you're like, and I thought it was so much more powerful than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, and because of the killing off a major character, and then the death of Willie, but also the way it's handled, all the Samantha stuff, I thought was handled beautifully.
Yes,
it was
absolutely.
It was kind of digging into the truth of it, and it was very moving. And when she left the flowers and all that stuff, so I thought it was well done.
Now, so we have so much more stuff to talk about. So the Gilbert Gottfried thing, just like that, we know you're doing that, and that's gonna. So we have another 7 episodes coming up.
Yeah, that's every Thursday night. Yeah. Are
you filming any Match Game?
I don't know if they're going to do any.
That is so much fun. I love that.
I love doing them too. I love doing them. I'm sure I'll do some more Pyramid. I did Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, which was bizarre. It was. I mean, I love doing it, and Pat Sajak was magnificent. But it was, and it went viral. And I'm like, of all the game shows that I've done, why did that one go viral? But I think because it's very conservative and a calm game, and I was just out of my mind on it, and I had the best time. We had so much fun, and I love that.
Get back to that.
He's it's Lonnie Love. Okay, that's not me. But anyway, that's not me. Take it off. But it was fun to do. I had a. That wasn't me. That was Lonnie Love, who I love. She was wonderful to work with, by the way. She really was.
But I loved your exchanges with Vanna White too.
With Van, I made her spin like a Tony, and and it's funny because at first people were like, they didn't know if Pat Sajak was having me, but he was playing that role. We liked each other so much, and then he tweeted at me. He said some of the best stuff that between Mario and I is on the cutting room floor. Unfortunately, you'll never get to see our dueling Ethel Merman singing "There's No Business Like Show Business." And then I tweeted back and said what a class act he was, and well, there he is. And that's his daughter. That's Pat's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a lovely girl. And yeah, so it is Maggie Sajak. Maggie. So then the Today Show did a thing on it, the next morning about the whole thing, and I was just like, this is bizarre. It's so weird.
I know, isn't it crazy the stuff that goes viral that you don't even expect to?
Yeah.
But now listen, before we do anything else, I have a little surprise for you.
Huh?
I have a little surprise for you before we do anything else. Leo, do you have our surprise? Where's Gene Simpson?
Gene! It's like the high school reunion now.
I'm here in my onesie.
Oh,
I'm all ready for Christmas Eve. I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Gene, you are very Christmas. Gene, I don't think you've ever met my girlfriend, Judy.
Hi,
Judy.
Judy.
This is Gene. Gene is Mario's best friend from high school.
this is your life.
I'm telling Mario, it was like I wanted to bring people in.
Totally. I'm going to take my
We're
hood
fanning. People are fanning. We love Mario. So now, Gene, thank you for making yourself available in your onesie.
Oh,
The onesies are big right now. Judy has several onesies.
She's against the black backdrop with her little black and blue and speckled hoodie onesie, and it's like
I
you
put
look like
lipstick
you're in
on
some.
for you guys too, and everything.
You look like you're in like a Christmas special.
Exactly.
It's like I'm in my Christmas special.
We were creating it for you.
Yeah.
Now, Mario, speaking of Christmas specials, you are doing Christmas Eve. Tell everybody what you're doing in the morning.
Oh, the Today Show with Hoda and Jenna is Christmas Eve morning. It was fun. It was pre-taped. We did it already, but it's no one wants to go to work on Christmas Eve. I got fish to make. I got bacalhau to drain.
It's the Feast of the Seven
So
Fishes,
much
and there
fish.
you are as an Italian.
Yeah,
working.
This year it's 3 fishes. We're cutting down. Enough is enough. 3 fishes. Done.
You know what my sister does now? She does a bouillabaisse and puts all the fishes in that.
Oh, that's nice.
And I
That's
make crab
lovely.
cakes, and that's where we cut it off. Maybe a couple of fried shrimp.
Well, Jerry, my husband, does the 7 fishes. I don't do Christmas Eve. He does it. He does my sister Camille's stuffed shrimp, but he also does this thing. He does this jumbo lump crab sauce that's in a reduced lobster stock over cavatelli. It's like the greatest thing in the world. And we're doing that. We got the stuffed shrimp, and I made stuffed escarole that I stuffed with I season my own breadcrumbs. It's olives, raisins, and anchovies all dissolved in the breadcrumbs, and you stuff it and you steam it down. It's so delicious.
That sounds
My sister
so
Marion,
good.
Yum.
Marion used to make it. Yeah. So
Your mother, let me tell you, I would do Christmas Eve at my mother's house, and then I would go to Mario's house, which was maybe like 2 miles from my house, and try to get in before they were done, because your mom was an incredible cook as well.
yeah, she could cook. She hated doing it, but she was an amazing
But I
cook, yeah.
loved hanging with her in the kitchen, because she was an amazing cook, and she'd always feed me. Right, Jean?
Yeah. Well, she liked you, ladies.
Yes.
She liked you, girls.
Yes, while Mr. Cantone was getting me drunk from his gallon of wine under the table.
Oh, yeah, he had that gallon of wine. It was a jug. I used to put it over my shoulder and pour it like Bacchus,
Yeah. Judy, you would have loved Mario's dad. He was a riot.
He was a good guy.
He was a great
I miss
guy.
him. He was funny and good, and he died in 1996. December 28th, 1996.
Wow.
I remember being in the hospital eating linguine and clams from some takeout place. I was like, this is not Christmas Eve. So I was like to my father, you had me in the hospital at Christmas. Turning into an old Italian woman. What's wrong with you? Get up, let's go. We're gonna go to Jimmy's Homicide and have a Thanksgiving trip. You can go walk. Unplug the IV and come on. But yeah, he was hilarious. He was funny, but he when he came to New York, he liked staying with me and Jerry. He liked Jerry. He really did. Yeah, he really liked Jerry. Thank God.
He was a great guy. Loved your dad, but he was always trying to get people drunk.
Yeah, well,
he would always pull out the Zambuca. Remember that? I mean, he was.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but he didn't drink the Zambuca. But Camille liked the Zambuca. My sister Camille loved the Zambuca.
Yeah, she did.
Coffee. I'm having Zambuca and coffee. Yeah. Where you living now? I'm in Saugus. I just talked to her the other day. I talked to her yesterday. She's hilarious. Yeah, they're all crazy. They're all crazy.
So you're going to do the morning show. How early do you have to get up to do that? Like pretty early, right?
Like I said, it was pre-taped. I did it in the afternoon. Nothing better than a pre-tape. When did I did it? I did it around 12:30 the other day. And that's done. So I don't have to get up. Are you kidding me?
Okay, good.
You think Hoda and Jen are going to get up on Christmas Eve? They got things to do.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what
Jen's got to
celebrities
cook
do.
for her father. She's a lovely girl, and I love Hoda. I had a good time with them. They're fun. I really did. It's the first time I did it with them. You know, I used to do it with Kathy Lee, and I used to guest host that years ago, too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, listen, speaking of food, we're going to do the food section of our show.
Yeah, I love the food.
I went easy because you weren't here. If you were here, I would have done a bunch of fishes.
I know you would have.
For the
I
pieces.
know.
Last time you were here, we cooked a lot of. But
It was delicious. You did
No, we were going to do lobsters. What do you mean? We were just going to do
going to
lobsters.
do lobster rolls at Judy's apartment because she wants you to go to her apartment. Her apartment is so much nicer than mine, Mario.
Oh no, I'm coming. As soon as I get the Omicron and I get over it, I'm coming. Because everyone's getting it. I'm like, let's go.
That's the way to do it.
I'm boosted. Let's go.
Get it over with. Let's go. Right.
So I made Jared just sent me this thing that said that I don't know these websites. Study shows COVID-19 infection after vaccination could lead to super immunity. Good. I can't wait to put a big SC. Super COVID after I get the Omicron. Have yourself an Omicron Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year, all your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself an Omicron Christmas. Let those eggs
Something
away.
I think you have to record that.
I've done it. I've recorded it enough. That's old material. Not that, though. I just did make up new Omicron lyrics because it's an Omicron Christmas now. I'm going to do a Rankin Bass special called Omicron Christmas. All little puppets and, Rudolph with his red nose and he's going to have fevers and aches and, coughs. He'll be like,
Leo has his hand up. What
would Rudolph's dad say?
He'd be like, no son of mine's going to be a little fag. That's what he said. That's what he meant. No son of mine's going to have a red nose. You know what he really meant. No son of mine's going to be a little homo. That's what he really meant. But, he'd be like, and Rudolph, he'd be like, get out of here. You have COVID and no one gets COVID if you're a reindeer. Now go. I don't want to go, Daddy. I have COVID. Come on, you Omicron bastard. Get out of here.
You know what? You're right. His dad would make him go, they're not.
His dad would be like, you got COVID. Get up. Stand up on those skinny little legs.
He was mean. He was mean.
Horrible. That horrible. Awful.
I love Clarice, though. Clarice was my favorite.
Well, I like Clarice. Rudolph, I think you're cute.
How about the coach, though, Mario? How about the coach?
Right. He was every gym teacher I ever hated. Right. Let's see, Rudolph. Oh, look at him. And then his nose comes off and like, He's got a hard on in the shower during gym class. It's all there. He's gay. Gay reindeer. And you know what's so funny? This material's so old. I've been doing it for years. For like 20 years. The New York Times just did a piece on it last year. It's like, you're a little late. You're a little late, New York Times. I did this already. I've had this analyzation, this metaphorical, analytical piece about this, that he was gay 20 friggin' years ago. So shut up.
Well, there's a new generation that needs to know about it, Mark.
They need
I've done it so much that they should know about it.
They need to see that first show that you did that I saw that inspired me. That they need to see that. Those
Leo
kids.
was talking about that earlier. Which one was that, Leo? The HBO special.
The very first one that you ever did, you came out and I was this little gay boy in East LA going, that can be done? Oh my God.
What was it Laugh Whore? Was it my one-man show on Broadway, or was
it was a one-man show on Broadway where you did, and you talked about your family. You did.
Yeah.
Still laughing. I love it.
Yeah.
But that's how long I know.
Mario, can people still find Laugh Whore if they want to?
I don't know. People ask me that all the time. I'm like, I don't know.
It must be on YouTube, though, right?
You can find chunks of it on YouTube, but you can't find the whole thing.
It was
they never released it. I
magical.
don't know why. But you know what? In a way, I was happy they never released it because it was like good. Because, I probably would have made shit money off it, first of all, because, they owned it. And second of all, then you get overexposed. Then I can repeat that material and no one knows it's old.
You're always thinking. Listen, let me do the food section first. Here's what I made. I made lobster ravioli. So lobster ravioli with a pesto, garlic, and butter sauce.
Oh, that's
Delicious.
awesome.
And I put some crushed red peppers on top there. This is what I had to go easy because you're not here, Mario.
And I had ravioli tonight. I had a goat cheese ravioli from Raffetto's, which is delicious. And I made
love
that
Raffetto's.
They used to have it at the Christini's. They don't even have them anymore. They've always, you love something, you get it every time, and then they take it away.
Gone. Like that.
Okay, where'd you get those raviolis? They look beautiful.
I got them at they're Rana, so I got them at any.
The Rana, those are good.
Yeah, but they're fine. I love Raffetto's though. I love Raffetto's.
And my favorite ravioli is pestosa
Pestosa
from Brooklyn. Pestosa ravioli.
I don't know this.
Oh,
listen, let's do this. Let's do this once everybody gets COVID.
You guys are killing me.
We almost get.
And we're
it's too.
I don't want to get COVID. I already had COVID. Stop
you
saying
already
that.
had it.
Yeah, but you know what? When you get your did you get your booster yet, Judy?
No, because I just had COVID.
All right, so you're gonna wait a little bit. You get your booster, and that'll be done, and then you'll be fine. But it's like the chicken pox at this point. It's like, let's just send everybody into one room. Everybody get it that's been boosted and vaccinated, and then let's move on. It's a little tougher when you don't have the booster. I know.
Yeah.
Mario, but it still wasn't as deadly. Thank God.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was bad. Me and Maria both had it. It was bad. We were sick.
But you're okay, kids. So you're okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? We were together, and that's what counted. We took care of each other.
That's the way you do it.
So listen, let's go to that once everybody's better. I mean, done with it. Let's go to Brooklyn to that ravioli place. We'll do a day trip.
Oh, we'll go to Pascal.
Mario and I went to Costco once. That was fun. Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, Gene. All right, what do we have for salad tonight? We have a salad of, it's arugula, baby spinach, and sweet pea greens, which I never tried, but they were in this blend and they're delicious. I put some blue cheese crumble, bacon, apples. I'm going to put and because of you, Mario, I'm putting a lavender balsamic vinegar.
A lavender balsamic vinegar. That's lovely. I love lavender. I think it's lovely. You can put lavender in lots of things. There is a lavender bitters that you can make cocktails with, and you could make a lavender. You know what lavender is good for? Is you could take a little lavender tube on a plane, and if you snort the lavender, no disease will get up into your nose. It's as good as a mask. So you take your mask, you put it on, you get on the plane, you get your little bottle of lavender oil out, and you snort it like a speedball, and you'll never ever get any cold or flu or COVID-19 or Omicron or Delta variant. The only Delta variant you get is if you're flying Delta Airlines. And they're flying you.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you.
Lavender. I have a lavender bitters that I put in cocktails that are very nice.
Ooh, delicious,
lavender
right?
Bitters. Yeah,
I got a lavender balsamic. It's from a company called the Boston Olive Oil Company.
Well, that sounds delicious.
Delicious.
Oh,
and for dessert, we're having a little. It's called the Little Fella, a Junior's cheesecake Little Fella, Mario.
Oh, I love that. That's a regular New York cheesecake, like regular? Yeah,
it's
nice.
just a small one. It's strawberry, and I cut some strawberries. So this Little Fella, I will eat because of you.
All right. I love my ricotta cheesecake for Christmas Eve. Ricotta with a little mascarpone. It kind of evens it out, it sweetens it a little bit. And I use a little vanilla. And quattro trays, which is a 43 in Spanish. Vanilla liqueur that I put in there also. It's lovely. Very good. That's some fluffy ricotta cheesecake.
I haven't laughed this hard in a really
I'm glad I can bring you all joy and laughter now.
So much joy.
Listen, you're bringing us Christmas joy right now.
I showed you Mr. August. Come on.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So Gene, you got your calendar today, right? And oh my God, Gene Simpson Dunn in Illinois has her calendar. Gene, were you surprised by some of the months? How about Mr. April?
I was planning to hang this at work, but when I got to September, I realized that it was not happening.
It's a bit cheeky, eh, love? It's a bit cheeky.
I didn't know that you know, this is the first time I always wanted to know what NSFW meant. I mean, I knew it meant something dirty and it wasn't for the children, but the fact that it means not suitable for work, is that what it means?
I've never heard that, but Jean just...
That's what I heard somewhere, yes.
It's not suitable for work. I thought it was not suitable for your wretched conservative ass. That's what I thought it meant.
Well, I mean, you know, it could go either way.
It's gonna get me in trouble.
So, Mario, the way it started to happen was that Michael Vaccaro, who's an LA actor, I think you know Michael Vaccaro, he bought an apron, took a picture of himself with just the apron. It was just and he sent it to me, and I put it on Instagram. Then Will T. and Hall, who's a piano player, said, "Oh yeah, well I can do that." Took a picture of himself with just the apron, and that's Michael Vaccaro. And then Will T. and then it just started it got out of control. People said, "Well, I want to be in the calendar." There's Will. See, these you could put up at work.
Yeah, those are frontal.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Full frontal.
Ed Kutu, we went to high school with Ed.
Oh, yeah, of course. Eddie, look at Eddie.
Is Ed
we love Eddie. A great salon. He's here tonight. So let me just tell you, some of our friends are here. So Annette Zito's here. Kimberly Cetron is here. Catherine Salvio, Liz Goldenberg. Hold on. Ed Kutu is here. Hold on. A lot of our friends. Charles is here. Charles Harold is here. Leah, Rena Crinelli Berge from Massachusetts. Many of our friends. Rick Peets is here. So
Michael McAfee's there.
Who's there?
Michael McAfee. Hi, Michael.
Michael McAfee. You know Michael McAfee.
Oh yeah. This is great. Hey, forget the names. What's the numbers? It's all about ratings.
You know what? We're going to have some good numbers tonight, Mario. We're going to have some very good numbers.
I think you will. It's our Christmas special.
It is our Christmas. This is our Christmas week special. You are making the 7 fishes, or Jerry is.
Yeah.
Gene, what do you guys make?
What are you making, Gene? Don't tell me.
Christmas.
He lives in a cornfield.
Well, this year it'll just be Chris and I for Christmas Day. We will have our Christmas on the 26th, and our eldest is smoking a whole brisket because I live in the Midwest.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and my eldest is smoking
brisket.
a whole blunt, and I'll be cooking.
Smoking a brisket.
I really thought that's where she was going with that.
No.
Smoking a brisket.
No, he's smoking a brisket.
Well, you know, you
to be blunt.
To be blunt.
I like to be blunt. He's smoking a brisket. Nice. That sounds good. It's very
it's going to be a very Midwest. We decided we're done with turkey. We don't ever care if we eat turkey again.
Oh, I hate turkey so much. I won't cook it. I'm done. I mean, Thanksgiving, Jerry does chicken usually, and he'll stuff it with the cornbread stuffing. That I'll make the cornbread and he'll make the stuffing, because I make the best cornbread in the world. Or he does this Cajun, like just rice that he seasons with just a few things, and he chops some shrimp and puts it in there, and he stuffs the turkey with chicken, always chicken. I don't like turkey because we're doing the 7 fishes, and then Christmas Day we're doing lasagna and meatballs.
Oh yeah. The Italians you got to do a lasagna. You know what, Mario? I get my lasagna sheets at Raffetto's.
You know what I get? I got them early this year because I scoured the city one year and I couldn't find them. I like the curly hard ones, but I like those imported, like in Italy, or I get like they have that dusty like kind of top.
Yes,
those are the
exactly.
ones that I make. So wait, Raffetto's is it fresh pasta?
Yeah, it's fresh pasta, but they make them in these lasagna sheets, like you have
to boil them, or you just put it on?
No.
You don't boil them.
You don't have to boil them. You literally just layer them and then you cook it. It's the best lasagna. I'm going to make that for you.
All right.
I
would like that. Yeah, because I'd like to see what that tastes like. I always boil. I get the imported curly hard lasagnas that have been dry bronzed, whatever the hell they do with them, and I boil them until they're really al dente because they do cook in the.
Of course. But I will make a lasagna. Then we'll go to Judy's, and I will bring the lasagna. And you could, because Judy's apartment is beautiful.
I'm looking forward to going to Judy's apartment and looking at the skyline.
Right, and it's right on the water now. It's right on the water.
It's on Shenandoah. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so we have like 1 minute left to our show. I want to thank Mario Cantone for taking time out of his busy week to join us. He picked a date, Mario. This is a perfect week. Yeah. I want to thank Judy Mesa, our Sex and the City expert, and now, just like that, I know. No, but Judy, you are that demographic that loves that show.
Okay. You're a sexpert.
Yeah, you're
Gene, who is with Mario's best friend in high school, and we have all known each other such a long time. Of course, Leo Rodriguez, our Mexican representative in California. Where would I be without Leo? Would everybody like to say a little Merry Christmas to the audience? Just Mario, what would you like to send out to our listeners? What Christmas present?
Well, I think for the children, for all the children, discipline mixed with love is the best one. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Discipline your children or put coal in their stockings and punish them. Because the children can be evil too. Just remember the bad seed. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. There's really nowhere to go from there. Mario, I love you. Gene, I love you. Judy,
love you guys.
I love you.
Mario, I love you, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.